Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My dad's going to tell us some Bible stories. Hey Abby, what Bible story do you want to hear? You know what, Dad? We get a lot of Bible stories, but you know which one we don't get a lot of? Love stories.
What do you mean, Abigail? The Bible's full of love stories. God loves us, and that comes through in every single story.
No, Dad. Love. Like you and Mommy.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
A love story? I can give you a love story. Let's do one of the best ones in the entire Bible. But as with all good stories, there's ups and downs. This one has more than you've ever seen. So, Jacob, the grandson of Abraham, he's on the run because he tricked his brother Esau out of his birthright. A birthright is the blessing that the father gives the eldest son, and that blessing is just about everything he owns. So, it didn't stop there though. Jacob went a step further, and he tricked his father into also giving him the blessing of the firstborn. The blessing of the firstborn is essentially when the father, before his death, prays over the son, the eldest son, and prays blessings upon him and prays good fortune and favor and anything good he can think of onto his oldest son. Well, Jacob snuck in to his father's room. At this point, his father Isaac was very old. He was basically blind, and he was essentially bedridden. So he had asked for his oldest son Esau to go and make him dinner. So Jacob went, dressed himself up like Esau, and he had to really get into this act because Esau was essentially the exact opposite of Jacob. Everything Jacob was, Esau was opposite. So Jacob was a smooth talker. Jacob was fair in his skin and not very hairy. Esau was hairy like a woolly mammoth, and he was a real country boy. He was the hunter. He was not smooth at talking, but he could shoot an arrow like nobody's business. So Jacob dressed up like Esau. Esau was so hairy, Jacob had to put animal skins on his forearms. So that way, if his dad felt his arm, he would feel all the hairiness and think it was Esau, because again, he couldn't see. So then he also disguised his voice to do his best to try to sound like Esau. And he went in, and long story short, he essentially tricked his dad into thinking he was Esau, so his dad blessed him instead of Esau. And he's going out as Esau's coming back in with dinner, and Esau goes in, still not quite sure what's going on, and finds out his brother stole his blessing. And then he vowed to kill Jacob. So Jacob split town. When it came to a fight, he was not going to beat Esau, and he knew it, so he ran away. When he ran to his uncle Laban's house. To my knowledge, he had never met Laban, but his mother sent him there and said, hey, go back to my family's house. And so Jacob went there. Before he showed up, Jacob stopped at a well. And at the well, he saw a bunch of shepherds gathering together and getting ready to water their sheep. And he said, hey, why are you guys, it's getting late in the day. Why haven't you watered your animals yet? And they told him, we're waiting for all the shepherds to come in. And one of the shepherds coming in was Rachel. And Rachel came in, and Jacob was kind of awestruck. Man, this girl is beautiful. And so he asked her who she was. They met each other, and he said, the daughter of Laban will wait for no man. And he went and he took the stone and rolled it away from the well and began to water her sheep for her. She was shocked. And when Jacob was done, he gave her a big old kiss and said, take me back to your house.
What? Tell me that again?
He gave her a big old kiss and said, take me back to your house. And so she goes back to her house, introduces him to her father, Laban. And her father, Laban, he was really excited to see Jacob, and he came out and greeted him, and Jacob lived there for quite a while. And at some point, Laban came out and said, hey, I don't want you working for free. And what can I pay you for working here? And he said, I want your daughter Rachel. And so Jacob, he basically gets engaged, makes a deal to get Rachel as his wife, and he has to work there for Laban for 7 years. Jacob works and works and works for Laban, and 7 years comes up, and he said, all right, it's time to get married. And they throw a party. And when they did a wedding, it was a party after a party, days of partying.
To this joyous union, may it be blessed with happiness and prosperity.
At the end of the partying, Jacob wakes up and realizes, I'm not married to Rachel. I'm married to her older sister, Leah. What a trick. And so Jacob, not very happy about this, goes to Laban. What did you do to me?
How could you deceive me like this? You gave me Leah instead of Rachel.
It is not our custom here to give the younger daughter in marriage before the older.
And he goes, well, I can't marry off the younger daughter before the older daughter. And I don't think that mattered a whole lot to Jacob. But he said, look, I want Rachel. And so Laban, and this is where, what you do comes around, goes around, right? So Laban gets him to work 7 more years for Rachel. So he turned a 7-year deal into a 14-year deal. Jacob, who had been a trickster before, had now had that come back around, and he's been tricked. So Jacob works the 7 more years, gets Rachel, and during that time, God blesses him with lots and lots of sheep, lots and lots of children, and Jacob now has the love of his life. And there's a lot more to the story. We'll do more story times about that, kids. So for now, that is an awesome love story. A man that loved a woman so much, he worked 14 years
Wow!
of hard labor, working in the fields, out in the hot sun to marry her. Talk about love. So that's all the story for today. We're gonna have more story times. We hope you come back and join us, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Like and subscribe if you want to get more of this content, and we appreciate it. Have a great day.
Hey, Abby, what Bible story do you want to hear?
So he turned a 7-year deal.
I thought we were restarting it.
It's still rolling.
Wow!
David, watch at the end.
Oh, Dad, you should, when you do that bubble, like we're thinking of it, at the end, Abby, what Bible story do you want to hear? You know what, Dad? We get a lot of Bible stories.
I'm a nerd, dude.
Wow!
No, you gotta do it when he's not talking. Do it again.
Wow! What?